So, I'm currently a college student. I finished my boot camp last year, but why am I going still back to a university? It starts with a story. It's very simple. A little boy was born inside this family, Asian mother, Americanized European father, and obviously different kind of points of views upon schooling. Father's like, your GPA number one, very important. Take 10 years to finish school, it's okay. And my mother's like, no, go to school, get out as fast as possible. Which one did I decide to go with? I went to 3 years of college so far, 1 year of boot camp, and I'm trying to finish up my remainder 1 year of college right now. At first I was thinking I'm going to become a doctor, so first year I was going into the biomedical classes, you know, the basic ones, all my physics and also the chemistry classes. Those are brutal. It's like pretty much, well, biology I love, but physics is pretty much mathematics with shapes that move in gravity and weird, very long. I went to 1 year, then I went to another year of college for my supposed medical degree, which I never actually continued. After about 1.5 years, I was like, do I really want to do this? I love biology and all that. But I'm like, oh, 12 years of school, to be a doctor? No, I don't think so. So I was thinking like, what can I do something that I really like? And I want to be able to create things that could influence the people of millions of people. And I was like, computers. Computer side I went. So I went to 1 year of college and up in Arlington, North Texas, at the UT up there, and then pandemic started and I went back home and I was like, you know what, I'm screwed. We're just gonna do an online boot camp. And I found this source with Bethel College, Bethel School of Technology. But I took that when it was still online, right before they started the in-classes again. Perhaps the hardest thing of taking an online class was me. Actually being able to control and discipline yourself. It was very hard, especially for students like me. I'm like a last second kind of person, like, ooh, I could do that last second. And you know, you do it and would like stay up all night, drink coffee. And that's pretty much how it went. As for learning and all that, it was wonderful. I learned a lot. To my mother, I told her, I'm getting college credits, don't worry. And to my father, I didn't tell him nothing. I just told him I'm going to school. And he's like, okay, go finish till doctor. Don't talk to me. In the end, was it really worth it going to a boot camp instead of just going to college and taking a class after class? Depends on what your priorities are. If you want to finish quickly, I would suggest something like online classes, but you need to be like, oh, I'm gonna do this for, you know, at least 1 whole year straight. After taking that class, or my boot camp, and you know, it's a whole 9 months hardcore, just swallow, you know, from a fire hose kind of style learning. It kind of gave me ideas like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. Did I go and start doing this? No, I did not. But it was like a very good realization. Like lately I've been starting to do projects, looking into new things, like how do I do this? You click and be like, oh, there it is. Comes to the conclusion, why am I going back to college to finish my last year? Pretty much, I did promise my parents I'm gonna get at least, you know, one of these BS degrees. It makes my parents more anxing, feel secure. Also in my situation, I grew up seeing my father who only finished 3 years of college, never finished it in his IT degree, but continued to work. You see him, you know, get a job, but then when something happens, you get fired. That's just an excuse for the company saying, you don't have a degree, why should we hire you kind of situation. My goals are not to work for someone, you know, like, I personally don't want to live in that kind of situation. I see all these YouTubers and other people, they go out and be like, hey, I'm gonna start my own company, Or here I started my own little gaming dev, what do you call them? Startups. Like, I'm thinking, like, looking at that, I'm like, I could do that. But things like that, like, I want to think, like, I don't want to work for someone for the next 40, 80 years of my life and be like, cool, I retire now, I could spend my time going to the doctor's office every week and taking plates or whole handfuls of medicine. And I'm like, I don't like that. No, no thank you. So that's pretty much why one of my reasons is going back to college, because I want to get that stupid degree. I'm like, I paid 3 years, almost 4 years of college already. I'm gonna finish it. I want to get that stupid degree.